The 49ers might trade Talanoa Hufanga. According to Mike Silver, Hufanga, who's 24 and coming off a torn ACL and was an all-pro safety in 2022, is not assured of regaining his starting job when he comes back. That's big news. That means that Jair Brown most likely is going to start at strong safety for the 49ers in 2024, and that Talanoa Hufanga either will come off the bench or they'll trade him. And it seems like if he's not a starter for the 49ers, he has more value to them in a trade than as a reserve. This is interesting because when the Niners drafted Jair Brown, I think most people expected that he would be playing alongside Talanoa Hufanga for a long time. But I was skeptical because their skill sets are similar. They're both, the way I see it, strong safeties. And when Jair Brown played last year and had success, he was playing strong safety. Now, Tashawn Gibson, older player, free agent, not coming back, it seems. The Niners are clearly in the market for a free safety, clearly. And it doesn't appear they see Jair Brown or Talanoa Hufanga as that free safety. So they could sign that player today, next week. They could draft that player in round one. They're looking for a starting free safety. And I mean, I'm a little surprised that they're so down on Talanoa Hufanga. Now, when they drafted Jair Brown, I think I mentioned at least halfway through the season, guys, don't be surprised if Jair Brown is here to replace Talanoa Hufanga. The way I see it is Hufanga was all pro in 2022. I think the Niners were a little surprised by that. I think they felt that it wasn't necessarily warranted that maybe he was all pro because he's good and because he knows Troy Polamalu, something like that. Name recognition, whatever. So I think they were prepared to trade him. Like, look, we really like you. We drafted and developed you. We're not going to pay you like the highest paid safety in the league because you've been all pro 2 years in a row. We're not going to do it. So we're going to draft a guy, we're going to trade you, and that's just the way it is. He didn't have a second all-pro season. He tore his ACL, and now I don't know what his trade value is, but the Niners seem to be down on him. Well, this is interesting news for the rest of the league. A playmaker starting strong safety is available. Would the Texans want him? I mean, D'Amico Ryans knows what to do with Talanoa Hufanga. He's not perfect. He's not the fastest safety, and sometimes he gives up big plays because he tries to do too much. But he had 4 picks in 2022. He had 3 picks in 10 games in 2023. He's a legitimate playmaker. And if the Niners trade him now, coming off a torn ACL, it's really trading low on a guy who's young and makes big plays somehow, some way. So the Texans should be all over this. The Niners should think hard about what they want to do with Talanoa Hufanga because, I don't know, it seemed like their defense fell off a little bit without him down the stretch. I know they want to blame 100% of everything on Steve Wilks, but it seemed like their defense was much better with Talanoa Hufanga on the field than off it. But what do I know?